Okay, the snowblower I'd like to show you today is actually a very old one. It's a 1962 Homko, and it was built by the Western Tool and Stamping Company of Des Moines, Iowa. It's a very early design, I guess you could say. It's got a white handle. It's just steel wheels, obviously cut for traction. It's a single stage, but it's the right way. It's a circular around, so you essentially push it into the snow and then it hopefully pushes it out of the way. Here's the chute mechanism. It's pretty basic. It's controlled by this lever right here. So if you wanted to obviously shoot snow to the right, you'd have it this way, and then using the lever down here, if I move this over, you can see that it's going to switch it the other direction. I have a feeling it probably throws right a lot better than it does left, but I'm pretty sure we'll never know since this machine has been pulled out of service. Here's a throttle right here. This mechanism must be for the drive, based on a spring. And interesting, there's no way to externally start this machine. In other words, you have to pull this lid right here in order to get to the engine. And of course that reveals all sorts of neat stuff. It's a Briggs and Stratton, and it's probably about a 3 horsepower unit, although I'll put the actual horsepower and the codes on the notes here. But essentially it's to this transmission to the gear here, and if you notice that powers the mechanism to power the wheels. It uses a gear there, a chain there, and if I actuate, you can see how it it works on something to see if it engages the wheel drive. And then obviously the augers run by the straight shaft there. And of course to turn it off, well, I'm not sure how that works because it's a full rubber boot on that spark plug, but in theory you'd push that down. But in order to even get to the handle, you got to pull the top off of it. The neat thing about this engine, it's not winterized, so they had to keep the whole thing under cover. Like nowadays the engines have all sorts of heat shields and such like that, but it's pretty basic Briggs and Stratton. I've seen this design before. And it's just power drive, got little ice cutter wheels in the front, and that's pretty much a pretty neat unit. I can't see it moving any real snow, to be honest with you. And the lid over here, which of course once you get the unit going, it does have a hole for the exhaust, so it's kind of just shooting out there. So I imagine you're getting some of your exhaust to heat your intake air, and then provisions for the throttle cable, because you do control the throttle cable, and like I say, bumping right there. But you essentially place the top back on it, you've got it running, you've got control of your throttle, and you're ready to go. And we've got a lot of neat vehicles here, a lot of neat garden equipment that hopefully I'll get a couple more videos out to show you.